Hey, I'm Kathy Cancer with the Home Gurus, licensed in Mississippi and Tennessee, and I've been with the Guru team for 12 years.
Hi, my name is Arika Danner, and I'm also with the Home Gurus, and I'm kind of new.
Kind of new, yeah. She's getting learning the ropes with the best team.
That's right.
Guys, I am the worst technological person ever, so I guarantee there's going to be some glitches here. We already have one because I don't see what's on the screen. It's not working.
So just give us a minute because both of us are okay.
I think I went too far though. Maybe not. Is that the first screen? Oh yeah, we went too far. Okay. All right, guys, topic for the day. We're going to talk about a couple of things. First of all, the market. Second, questions you may have about selling your home. Is it a good time to sell? The top two reasons to consider a newly built home if you're leaning that way. And a housing market update as far as the inventory is concerned.
Okay. And let's talk about the market.
All right. These are just some frequently asked questions that we get every day, and dealing with the public in our job. When you call us to list your home, you're going to ask us, how do you determine the list price for a home? You want to take this one? What we use is called a comparable market analysis. So what we pick out your area, we determine houses that meet your criteria that have sold or are pending. Usually sold comps are better, but sometimes we have to go with pending. And we try to use your neighborhood, and then we may go out a half a mile if we can, because that's what appraisers use. And we look at features that are very similar to your home, and we price accordingly to other homes that have sold. And that's what we use to determine the price of your home.
Okay. What types of marketing strategies do you typically employ to sell a house?
Well, we do different things. Of course, we put it in the multiple listing service. We have a professional photographer that comes out and takes pictures. We do open houses. We have very bright graphic signs that have 24-hour capture, which means if somebody's driving through the neighborhood at 1 o'clock in the morning and they see the sign, they can call that number and we capture their information. Next day, we can follow up with them. We actually help you with, when we come out for the consultation, we can help you with staging advice. Just things, we have like 47 tips to help you sell your house. So those are typically the things that we use.
Okay. Can you describe how you use online platforms to market properties?
Well, when you list with the Gurus, you actually have access to 900 and some websites is how we can list. I mean, it'll automatically go on like I said, the multiple listing service. It will go on Zillow, it'll go on realtor.com, it'll go on HotPads. There's all kinds of different, so we're very heavy in social media with Facebook, Instagram. I don't really use X too much, but I do know some agents that do.
And TikTok.
Yeah, yes, and absolutely TikTok. So those are some of the ways that we do.
How do you leverage social media to increase exposure for listings?
Well, that's what I just talked about, but like Facebook Live, we do Facebook Live at open houses. That works really great. We have a couple of agents that are really good at it, really enjoy doing it. So you can basically walk through the house with us on Facebook. So that's one thing. When we have a new listing, we will put it on Facebook or Instagram, so we'll use it. Yeah.
And what traditional marketing techniques do you still find effective?
Basically just putting it on the multiple listing service. Pricing it right, though, is really the most effective way to sell your home. Get it in the right price range. When homes sit on the market for too long, they tend to get a stigma that there's something wrong with them. There's probably not. They just weren't priced correctly to begin with. So we really try to sit down with you and talk about pricing, because to me, that's the most important thing. Word of mouth still is very important. We tell everyone when we get a new listing, we let everybody know, hey, come check out our new listing. Those signs in the yard are still, our big graphic signs are still probably one of the better ways and the most traditional ways of capturing leads.
Okay, let's talk
about the market. More things about the market. Now, this is going to be all about VA loans. VA loans are great for lots of different reasons. First one, are there any penalties for paying off a VA loan early? Absolutely not. In fact, it's a benefit, because if you do, it's just better for your credit, and you're going to save lots of money in the end. You're not going to have to pay all that interest. So no, there is no penalty. You want to read them and then I'll answer.
How long does the VA loan approval process typically take?
The approval process only takes about 24, 48 hours, but it takes a little longer to close that type of loan, about 45 days. Typically, an FHA conventional loan can take about 30 days. VA takes a little bit longer, a little bit more paperwork involved in it.
Okay. Is mortgage insurance required with the VA loan?
It is not. That is one of the beautiful things about a VA loan. There is no mortgage insurance. It is backed by the VA, so there is no.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Are there restrictions on the price of a home purchased with the VA loan?
Yes. In Mississippi, the limit is $766,500. Now in Hawaii and New York, it's higher. It can be over $1 million, but in our area, it's typically $76,665.
Okay. Can closing costs be rolled into a VA loan?
Well, okay, so closing costs is basically the cost of borrowing money, and it's setting up your insurance and your tax escrows for the following year. That cannot be rolled in, but your funding fee can be rolled in. Funding fees are charged by the VA to kind of offset some of the expenses. That can be rolled into them.
Okay. Is a down payment required for a VA loan?
No, it is a 0% down. There's no down payment for it. Now you can if you want to, but it's not required.
That's a great benefit.
Yes. All right, let's talk about the market again. Is now a good time to buy? What
Yes.
do you think? You go with it, Arca.
And there have been plenty of price reductions that I've seen in the market lately, because I know you were talking about pricing earlier.
Yes.
So it seems like they may not have been set at the right price.
Right. There has been a lot. The inventory is still low for the most part, but the prices have gone up on new construction, things like that. So those houses are typically sitting a little bit longer than they were. But if you, it's always a good time to buy, because what the heck are you getting out of renting? You're getting nothing. You're building someone else's wealth, not your own. I talk to people every day that say, hey, I've been in this apartment for 3 years. Put down on paper what you just spent on your rent for 3 years. That could have been your down payment plus some. So yes, building your own wealth and buying is always a smarter choice.
It is.
Don't miss out on the home you want. That means, the house that you want might be out there right now. If you sit and wait, it may not be. Another thing that happens is when the inventory is low like it is, but then the interest rates drop, then everybody comes out of the woodwork and wants to buy a house. And then we get into the multiple offer situation that we did a couple years ago when people were having to pay over. So what's the difference? You pay over or you have higher interest rates. It comes out to be the same. So don't miss out on that house, because there's no guarantee what things are going to do. Rates might come down, they might not. So if we sit and wait, we really don't know which way they're going to go.
That's right. Is now a good time to sell?
Absolutely, because we have low inventory, especially in houses 200, 300, anything under 300 right now is golden. They're golden. Those houses are going to sell. There's not enough of them on the market. And taking advantage of your equity. So, for example, if you've been in your house for 20 years, you've probably got over $100,000, $150,000 equity. So if you're going to downsize, it's possible you could pull that out and pay cash for your next home and not even have a house note, or a very minimal house note. So absolutely take advantage of that equity when you can.
Okay. Questions you may have about selling your home. Should I wait to sell?
Well, and it says, if you're thinking about waiting to sell until after mortgage rates come down, here's what you need to know. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on today.
You want me to read it?
Oh yeah, basically it's what we just talked about. You'll get in a multiple offer situation. When rates come down, that's when everyone wants to buy. And then instead of 1 or 2 people looking at the same house, you might have 10. This is an honest story. About 2 years ago when it was crazy, one of our agents had a listing in Cordova, and I believe that house ended up having over 30 offers on one house. Wow. She had to create a whole new spreadsheet just to keep up with all the offers that came in. And the person that eventually got that house paid $35,000 over asking price. That's crazy. And if you don't really want that to happen again, and that's what happens if you wait, it could be into the perfect storm. So,
are buyers still out there?
Yes, they are, because life goes on. People have to move. People get divorced, people change jobs, people move for different reasons. They downsize, they upsize, they do all things. That is not going to change. It's just not. It's a staple. People are going to move, changes are going to happen, and we need to be there when they do.
That's
Ready? Yes.
Can I afford to buy my next home?
Well, that's another thing we just went over. First of all, what the whole process, we're going to get you with the lender first, and the lender is going to determine what you can buy, how much you can afford. You're going to sit down and you're going to get calculated information that's going to be specific to your needs. So don't just say, I can't afford to do it, because you don't know. You don't know. And it beats renting. So that's what's going to happen first. Right now, like I said, there's really no difference. Yes, the rates are a little bit higher, but we don't have the multiple offers, so you're not going to overpay for a home right now. You're going to get it at market value, and that's a really important thing.
It is, and there are down payment assistance programs.
Yes, very good, Arca. There are lots of programs available right now for down payment assistance, and different things too. Or we can still even ask sellers to pay closing costs on your behalf. There's different things. We're good at negotiating. We're good at what we do, and we're going to help you through that process, because there's all kinds of things that we can do to help you get into your new home. Now, is it your dream home? Maybe not, but if this is your first home, it doesn't need to be your dream home. It just needs to be a starter home. It needs to be a good, comfortable home. Whatever you're going to do it, hold on to it 5-6 years, and then when you buy, you're going to have the equity to move maybe into your dream home. But living in a rental is not going to get you the American dream. It's just not. It is for the person who owns it, but not for you. So.
That's right.
All right, we're ready to sell your house, but what do you need most from your real estate agent? Well, the National Association of Realtors asked that very question to recent sellers and found out the top things they were looking for is to help marketing their home to potential buyers. Maybe that's what you need the most help with too. So, yeah,
definitely.
And that's what we're talking about. First, we're going to have you come in for a consultation. We are going to counsel you. We're going to talk to you. We're going to find out your needs, your wants, your goals. That's where we're going to start. If we've determined between me and you that, hey, yes, this is a good time for me to buy, I'm ready, then we're going to set you up with the lender. Then after the lender gives you your pre-approval letter, which means, hey, we're good to go. This is the amount that we're going to look for. We're going to go out and we're going to start looking at houses. And hopefully we're going to put a contract on one, and then we're going to take you from A to Z. When I mean A to Z, pretty much every letter of the alphabet is going to be included in that A to Z, because there's so many moving parts to buying a house that you probably never considered. And it's overwhelming. People get overwhelming. In fact, I read an article, it's been a while since I read it, but it said that moving was right up there with death and divorce. That's how stressful it is. So we're going to be there to ease that stress for you. We also have a whole team of agents. We have inside sales, outside sales. We have transaction coordinators. We have a listings manager. There is somebody who is really good at their job on this team, and they're going to take you through the whole process. So I'm not just a single agent that's going to do everything. I've got help. I've got somebody that's got my back, and because they have my back, we have your back.
That's right.
So, yeah. By listing your house on the MLS, it will get more visibility from other real estate agents and buyers, and this could lead to more traffic, which could ultimately help you see an increase in offers and ultimately in a better price. So in other words, when you do your house for sale by owner, you're going to put it on whatever you want to put it on. You put it on Facebook, you might put it on Zillow, you might even use Craigslist. People still use that.
Yeah.
It's going to be limited to those people. When we put it on the multiple listing service, everyone sees it. And when I mean everyone, KW also, Keller Williams is an international company, which means overseas they can see it. It's been a while, but I remember there was a house for sale across from Jerry Lee Lewis's house, and the person that actually bought it was from England because they were fans of Jerry Lee Lewis, and they actually saw that listing in England, and they actually purchased that home. Yeah. So also using a yard sign, which we said before, that's going to capture the people going by. It's got a text message. You can text message, you can call, and you're going to get our office. Of course, after hours, it might be the next morning, but we have your information, so we're going to call on it. And we're going to call on that person know that your house is available, and we're going to walk them through it. So, yeah. You want to talk about open houses, Arca?
Having an open house. When your agent advises and hosts your open house, buyers see others are interested in your house too. The competition can lead to stronger offers. An open house is also easier for you since you only need to leave once for many buyers to visit. Plus, your agent may get useful feedback on what people like or don't like, which can help you make improvements to attract more buyers later if needed.
Yes. And what we like to do is we like to list on Thursday, have an open house, or Friday, have an open house over the weekend. And our goal is to have you under contract by Monday. And it actually happens way more often than you think. Open houses are a great way to showcase your home. We also help you with it. We kind of give you guidelines of what to do, what to do, how to make the house smell nice, look nice, declutter. We give you all the tips and pointers on that. Showcasing on our agent's website. Each of our agents have personal websites, but actually our Home Guru website is awesome. And we showcase everything on there. Everything that's coming up is going to be on our website. So once again, we're using social media to market your home.
That's great.
Yeah. All right. Social networking. Actually, this is pretty much what we just talked about. Yeah. We're just using social media to market your home. That's the same thing. Yeah. Virtual tours. Okay. Virtual tours is, and during COVID, during the pandemic, I mean, I was doing this nonstop. I still do this for my clients that may be out of town or disabled or just for whatever reason. I will go to the house and do a virtual tour for them. It can be live or I can video it. Most of the time I want to do it live. So if they say, hey, go back and look at the bathroom one more time, I want to see if it's a walk-in tub or whatever it is. So we will do that. That is a service that we will provide. I actually love doing virtual tours. I really enjoy it, actually. So, yeah.
I haven't had a chance to do one, but I can't wait.
Yeah, it's really fun to do, and I just think it's just so helpful for some people, especially elderly people too that can't get out. So it's something we do, and modern technology is allowing us to do that now.
All right, housing market update. Inventory. Inventory is low, roughly a 3-to-1 ratio.
And the slight uptick in inventory is because I do believe that people are waiting to see what these interest rates are going to do. And once again, what are you waiting on? It's really not that much difference in price between 1/4% and 0.5%. And like I said before, once they drop, everyone's going to be out. They're all going to be looking. And then the low inventory of houses, they're going to be gone. And then you're going to be sitting waiting. I have had so many people that 2 years ago when I said, hey, oh my gosh, we're at 2.85, 3.25. Oh, well, I think it's going to go to 2.5. All right. They didn't buy a house and now 6.5 and they still don't have a house. So, when the time is right, the time is right. And it's always a good time to buy. New construction, great incentives right now. Some of the new construction builders are paying your closing costs. They're putting up fences for you. They're supplying the appliances. So there's a lot of incentives out there. Lots. Even they're giving points. They're paying down points for your interest rates also.
Wow.
So,
open house in today's market. What are the benefits?
Home exposure. Just letting people be able to come in. So some people who are not really committed yet to the process. Now this can be a pro and a con, but they might want to buy a house, but they're not sure, and they're kind of just looking at areas. But a lot of times when people aren't even sure, they walk in a house. I don't know. I can't speak for you, Arka, but when I walked into the house I own now, I knew it was for me. I knew it was my house. I felt it. I knew it. We were actively looking, so I can't say it just happened upon us, but people know it, and they might walk into that home and go, this is exactly what I've been looking for. And not only that, let's say it's not for them. I guarantee they know somebody that's looking, and they'll be glad to say, hey, I looked at that house. That house had this, this, and this. So it's a really good thing.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. My aunt had a house in her neighborhood that came up, and she was like, I think you should look at this. And that was my house.
That was it. Yeah. I mean, when you know, you know.
That's true.
Oh, okay. Well, you can talk about the Father's Day. We do lots of giveaways on the Gurus, whether you're a past client, a current client, or you're just somebody who follows us on our webpage. We do a Father's Day giveaway, and
okay, it takes place June the 11th, and it's a call-in. It's from 12 to 6. And one lucky winner will receive a Royal Gourmet Black 6-burner liquid propane gas grill with one side burner.
And you get different when you call in to win. There's different incentives that you can do to get more chances to win. Give us a referral of somebody who might be looking to buy a home and things like that. But when you call in that day, of course, and then when do we do the The next day. Okay, then we'll call in that day, and then the next day we'll announce the winner live on our webpage.
And you must come pick up your grill.
Yeah, you have to come pick it up. Yep, we're not going to ship it to you. So if you live in Hawaii, you just might have to give it to somebody that lives here. You can give it to me. That's fine.
Or me.
I've got some open houses coming up this weekend.
Okay, the first one is at 192 East South Street in Hernando. And it's June the 1st from 2 to 4 p.m. And Fred will be your host.
These are beautiful condos. They're brand new. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're also the incentive, I believe we've got a 4.5 interest rate on these, pretty sure. So, and they are really, really nice in the heart of Hernando. So don't miss that. I don't know if mine's on here yet. I actually just got one listing. It's coming up in Memphis, 3070 St. Charles. Actually, ARC is going to hold it open this weekend from 2 to 4. 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It's a very large house. I think the list price on is going to be $229. So we're excited about that one.
Please come to the open house.
Yeah, come see us at the open house or any of the open houses that we've got. If you are interested in buying, selling, or just having some questions about it, please call us. We've got somebody that answers the phone pretty much 24/7. So, you know, time allowing, we will get back to you during regular work hours. And if not, I'm usually available till like 9 o'clock at night. I've even been known to text people at 3 in the morning, but don't tell people that. So anything else? Do we have any questions from anybody, Nate? No, we're good. Okay, well, this is Kathy.
And I'm Arca.
I'm glad to be here.
Glad to be here.